Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we generally work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. But today we're going to do a little Lenormand reading because I just felt like doing a little random reading. I'm supposed to go to work, but it's pouring down rain, and I decided to wait out the storm. So we're going to wait out the storm together. I will put the weeklies up, so be on the lookout for them. They'll be up in Friday or Saturday. I'm not really sure. Not really sure. But let's go ahead and get started here. The first card out is going to be, what is the key to the situation? This is kind of about what's going on this weekend for you. Oh, great. You start out with the confusion of the clouds. Excellent. Maybe we can find some clarity for you here. So let's just see here. Okay. Let's take a look at them so you can see what I'm doing. So we have the clouds came out first, then we have the dog of loyalty in the house of the secret. So secret loyalty, people who you thought were loyal were not, people who are being loyal that you aren't sure about, what's on your mind, what are you thinking about, is a transformation so that you can bring about happiness into your life. And in the future, you are looking for abundance of perspective, which doesn't surprise me considering in the current situation you feel confused. In the recent past, you thought you had clarity, but there's been, this is the house of the mice. So the mice are about nibbling away at your situation. Maybe you don't know what's happening. Maybe you don't see it, but little losses, little doubts, little niggling things. And so you've been seeking clarity, you've been thinking, you're trying to get clarity, but there's all these little worries, these little things happening that seems to be leaving you feeling very clouded and not completely sure of the situation. And so that's been really bothering you, I think. So let's just see in the future, big transformation in the heart. So I feel like there's something that has to do with romance, with love, that you've been very confused about, and there's a big change coming. In the past, the obstacle has been all the secrets. I think it's been a secrecy about who's loyal, who's not being loyal. It could have to do, why are we talking about love? Oh my gosh, all the readings. Okay, so maybe somebody cheated on you. Maybe you cheated on somebody. Maybe you had thoughts of somebody else instead of who you should have been thinking about. Or maybe your partner did, but in the house of news, information, and rapid change, we have the ring. The end of a contract, but look at this, abundant stability coming in. Well, it doesn't mean end. It just means a change. A change. Change in the community surrounding a commitment. Maybe you're moving. This is the end of a love situation, though. That's I feel like that's what it feels like. Oh, at the bottom of the deck we have the burden. So yeah, there's been a real burden to try to, this is about stability, financial stability. So Taurus, at least there's that. You definitely look like financial stability, sure. But there's a community situation that you feel contracted. It could be a job, but I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. But it could be a job. Maybe you didn't know if you were going to keep your job, lose your job. Maybe you loved your job. I don't know. But this is in the position of the heart, and we have the coffin. That's not really great. Okay. All right. So what can you do to bring more abundance into your life? Which it looks like you've already got a good handle on that based on what I'm seeing here and just the fact that your Taurus doesn't hurt. But let's just see if we can get a little bit of guidance about a step that you can take to move things forward in the direction that you want to go. We have unlimited ideas. Ooh. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind, therefore you can have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take the divinely guided action to follow these ideas, and they will come to fruition. That is nice. That is nice. Okay, what can you do to improve your, to bring more love into your life? Now, this could be self-love. It could be love from your children, from your family, from your wife, from your mother, from your father, from a romantic partner, which would hopefully be your wife, but anyway, or husband. Or whatever, significant other. Okay, what can you do to bring in more love into your life? What can you do? What is your responsibility? Set clear boundaries and embrace them. And enforce them. Okay, so maybe you've been letting people run all over you. And the way for you to bring more love in is to set clear boundaries and enforce them. Maybe you need to end a situation that's not working so that you can allow other situations to have opportunities. That's one thing. Or maybe maybe within a relationship that you are currently in, setting clear boundaries will allow you to have space to be yourself, and then maybe you won't feel so pinned in. Sometimes boundaries actually create freedom. This card right here is for, oh, that was fast, for what does your love interest want you to know? And it says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So yes, so having clear boundaries in a relationship. Having someone in your pocket all the time is difficult. You need the freedom to be yourself, but they also need the freedom to be themselves. And so allowing each other to grow and be their, continue on their growth and to learn and know who they are, and not always be setting the expectations, not always being, this is how it has to be, it's my way or the highway, for you or for your partner. Like, you need to allow space to grow. Because whatever has been going on in the area of the heart is not working. And there's a lot of confusion. I can see that you're feeling very confused about how to bring to a close a situation that's not working. And it is a big burden in your life. Finances look great. So let's just say it's a divorce. You can afford the separation. You'll be fine. You have unlimited ideas. You can manifest more money. That is your superpower, manifesting financial abundance. And so it's okay if you have to give some up. More will come to you. But you need to be in a relationship that allows you freedom to... I know somebody who's in a relationship where the one partner doesn't allow the other partner to communicate with family and friends that the first partner doesn't approve of. They limit how much interaction this person is allowed to have, goes in and calls out whoever they want, just takes them right off of the Facebook page, refuses to let them have phone calls. There's so much control and dominance that the other partner is very penned in and thinks that that's normal and that that's okay and that's how it's supposed to be. That's how you create a happy and stable family, by constantly doing everything together. Like they're joined at the hip like Siamese twins or something, and yet it's not really freedom to grow. And I think at some point that becomes too much for everybody and anybody. And so that's a really drastic scenario. And maybe yours isn't that drastic, but maybe it has that feeling to you like, oh my God, I can't even breathe. This person is in every aspect of everything, and I'm constantly having to check in. I don't get to just be me or think like I want to think or make decisions on my own without having to constantly be checking in, and is this okay? And so having space and boundaries. So for instance, it's great to do things together and it's important to do things together, but having the night out with the guys to go bowling, the night out with the girls to play softball, whatever it is, like your separate lives And then when you get together, you have something to actually talk about, which is important too, right? It's important to be able to have conversations because you've had experiences apart from each other, so you have something that generates new conversation. And so having a variety of interests. So maybe you wanting to take a class, go take a class, and then you get to discuss with your partner all the things that you've learned, right? So creating boundaries, healthy boundaries. I hope this doesn't mean the end of a relationship. It can't for every Taurus. But maybe it means the end of how this part of the relationship is working. Like, this isn't working for me. So we need to create some new rules. I need some healthy boundaries in place. And the healthy boundaries keep showing up for you, Taurus. I've been seeing it a lot. And I think that has something to do with it. So your overall message for the week is acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. So maybe you can't change the way you feel. Maybe you cannot change the other person. And you can't. The only person you can ever change is yourself. So taking control of your own life and creating what are healthy boundaries for yourself, and continue to grow and develop and get a higher perspective on what it is you really want. So what means loyalty to you? What means real loyalty to you? What means love? What is really love? Self-love, and how do you love someone else? And how do you allow people to love you? Finances look good. It's this area of the heart. It's this healthy boundaries, really important. Accepting that you cannot change other people, can't change what they're going to do, what they're going to say, how they're going to feel. You can change yourself, always. Whatever you want to be, you can become, because you know how to manifest. You know how to create. So, all right, wow, so much for randomness. This is intense. This is like they're intense. Intense readings. I'm sorry about that. I was hoping they'd be fun. All right, I will be back to do the weekly, so check back for that. Probably Saturday. And you have a great weekend. Be safe. Be safe out there. All right? We'll talk soon.